much on us going to heaven. They measure so much on us enjoying poverty. They measure so much on us respecting authority. They measure so much on us waiting to God, waiting upon God for God to help us. They measure so much on us not using our mind to solve problems, and everything you must talk to God to give you direction. That is a gospel that they interpreted to us. It's a gospel that tells you that look up to Jesus and his mother to come for you. And if somebody has put chain and raping, there is raping your woman, killing your children, he's still telling you that pray to God. God will solve everything for you. So they sold to us that prayer answers everything. And those are lies. It's not prayer. If somebody comes to your house with a gun, pick a gun. Fight back. Don't pray. Don't pray. So it's a wrong, victimized gospel. It's a gospel to keep you down so that they will take your prosperity, your property. They will take your land. They will take your minerals. They will take your gold. And you continue to look up to God and say that you are not enough. When you hear an African talk about Christianity and the messages and their mindset, you know that there is a lot of work that we have to do, and the results show, the symptoms, proof entirely. Give them American visa, they will move away quick. If they so much believe that God is everywhere and God can do everything, why would they want to grow? Make sure that they don't trust their heroes and their leaders. It's a game. It's constant. They never trust their leaders, even those who are doing well, they still want to. But if the white man is doing something little good, Africans will jubilate and say, oh, you look at their leaders. The other time I was reading some article and said this woman from Germany has done this, and then the Africans were happy. It's a program. It's a program. So we need to structure it. We need to restructure our mind. My name is Kwabena. I'm talking about restructuring the mind of the African, because you can always control people if you take hold of their mind. The stronghold is in the mind. Is in the mind, and you can see that in the various preachings that we hear all the time in our various churches across the African world, globally. You can see that. It's so clear. The messages just continue to make us feel little and nothing and subjugated and overcome. The messages that make us to focus. Look at just this COVID. You look at how many narcissistic preachers who are just telling us that it's the end of the world, and everybody, meanwhile, they are still collecting offerings and money from the people. They continue to collect money from the people, and they meet people still struggling. It's the message. It's what they learned. It's the introduction of this was wrong, and therefore they continue to perpetrate that on their own people. They wear the suit, they wear the tie. Some of them bleach, do their hair, and tell you that go focus on heaven. So we should take charge of our prosperity. Be interested in the prosperity of your own self and the prosperity of the continent. Be interested in that. We will not have all these precious minerals and still cry for poverty. We need to change that. We must understand the systems that work, how they set them against us, and because without understanding them, you cannot deny that they exist. But without understanding them, you will not be able to solve them. And if you understand them, then you take step to work towards it and celebrate your heroes. Don't be so much paranoid against Africa. Because they attack our confidence, they attack our heroes, and they said that we should be poor, and they made us not to trust ourselves and not to work together. So they set systems against one tribe to the other, or one group to the other. These are structures that have run for all these years. You go and do your research, you see they are there. Just go and just do your research. What are the systems that they use? It's all over. It's all over. Don't forget that. It's all over. So until you understand that and work towards that, you will think that, I'm going for greener pastures, I want to live somewhere. You have lived there for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. Come home. Before you die, pay your dues. Build something. Go to your village. Build something. Build a business. Employ 1 or 2 people. If they chop your money, if they lie to you, if they steal from you, teach them. The next group will do better. If we are not, and if we can have 1 million of us doing bits and pieces everywhere, I can tell you that it will be very difficult for others to be the ones trying to take the wealth. And we can change that if we bring it to our own attention. We cannot just continue to talk about Africa without doing anything. And it's a blessing that we come from this continent. If you're a diasporan, it's the same thing. Take a part. You don't have to even come and live here, but own a property here. Come here for holiday. Come, be involved in something. What can you offer? What business can you do? What organization can you build? Show interest in that, because Africa is for all of us. Africa is for Africans everywhere. Whether you were taken away 500 years ago or 200 years ago, or you just went the other day, it's for all of us. Don't look back. Don't look down on Africa. Don't look back and say that I don't want to have anything to do with Africa. The Africa that you have, the Ghana, the Nigeria, the Kenya, is not for the presidents. It's not for the president and their children. It is for all of us. Do your part. Make a contribution. Share the knowledge that you have. Present the good things about Africa. Don't tell us that you're telling the truth when it's just negative and disunity and the things that make us feel feeble and weak. It is only the truth when it represents the divine. The divine is justice, the divine is truthfulness, the divine is love, is kindness. They say that love can never be conquered. It is true. If you are a man of faith, if you're a man of hope, if you have wisdom and understanding, knowledge, if you apply knowledge, nothing can be hindered from you, because knowledge itself is light. It brings illumination. So if there is anything that confronts us that we don't understand, we are the ones to look for the knowledge. And so if Africa is a mystery to you and you are trying and it frustrates you, there is something that you really may not know. So a lot of us must go beyond just the traditional understanding and the cultural understanding of Africa and go into the creative, heroic understanding of Africa. And a lot of the times you will find those in the ancient history. Ancient history. Go way, way, way back to Egypt and beyond. Study them. Because a lot of the world that we see now, they are just reflecting what happened thousands of years ago. A lot of the innovations that we see that they are telling you they discovered, they just copied them, repackaged them, and sent them back to the world and tell you that they did everything. Much of it is not so much true, because civilization is just transfer of information from one generation to the other. Civilization. No generation, no group of people have been able to create all the technology, everything by themselves. No. They copied here, they copied here. That's why when the British started to move around, they copied technology, they stole the wealth, and then they had enough to try something. They said that, we have a steam engine, we have this, we have done this. Much of it were even things that they did not do alone. But they made a lot of things so difficult for even the Africans to own companies and to be in charge of their own innovation and their own creativity. And so they had to put their name on them, and then now they tell us that they created everything. Much of it is just creations out of all civilizations. Out of all civilizations. So study, structure your mind well. It's so difficult sometimes to talk to Africans who are schooled here and who have some kind of positions. They are so much ignorant of these things that they think they is not even important. And then on the other hand, they are looking for the solutions for Africa. How do you know? So what is your solution? And their solution is what? To blame the leaders. They are not good. And our leaders don't listen. How would your leader listen if he does not know these things? What educated your leaders? How strong are they? Look at the one that just died. Look at how much he changed. And look at his thinking of his own people and of himself and of Africa. You can always link it. Because the more the person has the mind restructured as an African. And you can see that. They want things to work for their own people. They want their people to be in charge of their prosperity. They trust the Africans even if they disappoint them. These are things that you can see with an African who has restructured their mind. They have confidence in their own abilities and they trust the people. They believe in the continent. They believe in the future. They believe in the prospects. And they create opportunities and they make sure that they direct the cash to their own people. And they are not fascinated and they are not shocked when their own people are in charge of anything. Go all over. Go to Kenya. Go to Uganda. Go to Ethiopia. Go to Benin, Togo. Go to Cote d'Ivoire. You will see Africans doing significantly well. Our problem is that we hide them. We have not showcased them, so that most of our people don't believe that much is happening. Much is happening. I can tell you that. So long as move through Ghana, you see so much is happening. It depends on what you have programmed your mind, what you have structured your mind to see. If you have structured it to go with the narratives that you grew up with, which is Africa is poor, disease, does not have anything, those are the things that you will see. But if you also been able to restructure it and work on it, you will see all the beautiful things, the great things that Africans are achieving around the world. So my name is Kwabena. I'm talking about restructuring your mind as an African. If you don't restructure your mind, it does not matter how much you go in your corporate something or how much you're able to build in your business. You will still live in frustration and you will still continue to blame the Africans, and then later thing will frustrate you and you will give up on your own continent. That's why you can say that I'll go to England, I'm not coming back to Ghana again. What am I going to do there? because there's not much that you have done to restructure that mind that has been wounded, you know, through the religion, through the school, and through the media, and through all the things that you continue to see. Open the TV and see. If they show all good things about everybody, when it comes to Africa, you will see what they will show you. It's part of the agenda. It's part of the problem. And you have to intentionally work on this to be proud of yourself and of your race, you trust your people, you want to work together, you want to see the prosperity of your people, and you are ready to sacrifice for the prosperity of our continent and for the prosperity of our country. And it's your job, it's my job, and then once everyone of us is doing something, by all means, we'll continue to see the explosion. And I can tell you there's a lot going on in Africa, and you must take part in it. So I want to thank you very much for taking time to watch this. Thank you very much, and please share the channel with your friends and with anybody who will be interested in what we share.